we wanted to tell you about the case of corruption in Indonesia is not a crime that has just occurred on the time of this era of Indonesian independence until now. Corruption has existed in Indonesia since the POC, for example, since of the Commonwealth era. Yes, therefore the corruption is the era of Dutch East Indies colonial government, was political in nature to bring down the opponents. For example, dropping the power of the region or wanting to be replaced by region to spare the roads. We are reciting the issues of corruption, but there is also pure corruption, the increase themselves. Habits of operational leaders of the candidate for giving gratifications also excited in this era, including the involvement of lenders, people in government, and the candidate for rules of the rules has been parallel in the corruption circle in the past. Environment like this in the current era can be described between the government officials, private parties, and political parties. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that the effort to current corruption in Indonesia has been carried out in various ways, but until now, there is still corruption in various ways carried out by various institutions. There are several cases are the result of the commitments. There are the corruptions that are the dangers to the society and individual also, the younger generations, political, the national economy and the process. And ladies and gentlemen, as we know, in the law of the number 31 of 1999, corruption is classified into harming state financial and public implications on the of the office, extortions, policy and actions. The conflict in the procurement, the crisis and etc. In the context of intelligence, corruption is necessary to carry out increasing enforcement, international corruption and harmonies of the religions. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia has managed some sort of organization dissolving, but we know that ethics commissions of the KPK was formed in 2002 when the President Megawati Soekarno held the rest of the state's power. At the time, President office, the police were considered to be dirty. So they were not effective in enforcing the law to exercise and reduce of our corruption case in Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay. The mentality of corruption is actually within oneself. So even though there are regulations regarding punishment for corruption perpetrators, if they still have a way to get free from the punishment, it can be said that the punishment mentioned earlier cannot work as expected. Previous high-ranking officials who already have a corruption mentality, so it is difficult to break the chain. Therefore, we agree that the most effective way to break the level of corruption in Indonesia that has been ingrained since ancient time is to improve education in Indonesia, where the current generation will replace the previous generation. Indonesia will go to the golden age with its demographic bonus in 2045. Therefore, it is very important for Indonesia to prepare its young generation, one of which is through anti-corruption education, Pancasila education, citizenship education, and love for the homeland and defend the country which we must echo together. Previously, stated by the opposite that the government protects corruption case in Indonesia, we don't deny that the government has provided various facilities for the public to obtain good and proper education. Will we later support the practice we have described previously. And freedom of the press in Indonesia is no longer difficult for us to access, in which case of corruption are now easy for us to know. Thank you.